Hello everybody, it's your boy WEEZYFMAMBA and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys once again so much for being here. We really appreciate it. On today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we got a banger, you know the deal. We're going to be going ahead and discussing some of the information and diving back into what we had been given, I guess, information of about 6 months ago, that a brand new Halloween the game is coming out. And you know, we do all things horror basically on this channel. And so we are absolutely thrilled and excited for the new Halloween game, which will be coming out sometime in the near future. And we got some awesome updates on it, at least from IGN, as well as the new website that has popped up. So you guys want to go ahead and register. We'll go ahead and discuss that here in a bit. But I just want to let you guys know, obviously, with the stale state of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the incompetent social media game from that development team, we kind of have to always keep our options open and what's going to come next. What's the next project? And obviously I would love to stay on the horror side, and with Boss Team Games getting ready to pair up with John Carpenter and Unreal Engine 5 Productions, Halloween the game might be a banger, dude, an absolute banger, and we are fingers crossed as horror fans, and I hope you guys are as well. I'm super excited about this. Let's pop on over. We're going to go ahead and read a little bit of description since we haven't done a Halloween the game video on the channel yet, and we want to make sure we get this ball rolling, start the established content that we'll be producing for this game in the future. So let's pop on over, and of course, we got to show y'all Unreal Engine 5 and will include input from original director John Carpenter. So if you guys are new to the Halloween franchise, as you can see right in the background, I am a massive Halloween fan. Obviously all things horror, but Halloween for sure, one of the top 5 for me, in my top 5s. As far as this goes, John Carpenter was the director of the original film. He is the one who basically made the banger-ass Halloween theme song that you guys know and that everybody knows. You don't even have to be a Halloween fan to know the Halloween song. That's how iconic John Carpenter is. With that being said, the simplistic part is you're going to have the homie, right? Michael Myers in a new game developed by Boss Team Games, published by Boss Team Games as well. And it looks like Further Front may be involved here, Compass International Pictures as well. This is a screenshot shared by, GTA 6 win. Screenshot shared by Boss Team Games themselves. And they did pop up a new website, which we will get to here shortly. We're going to read a little bit more information. But again, real quick about John Carpenter. He is famously known for directing, being a horror fanatic, smoking a bunch of pot, and playing the fuck out of video games. And he's like 72 years old or something like that. All this man does is make movies, smoke pot, and play games. So the fact that we are going to get a game with John Carpenter's input on it about his most iconic role, his most iconic film, this is a really fucking good sign, y'all. Really fucking good sign. So let's pop on down, and we're going to go ahead and show this. Oh, here we are. As a huge gamer myself, I'm thrilled to help bring Michael Myers to life again in this game, and my hope is to scare you silly, said John Carpenter, who will be intimately involved with the development of the new project. Now, like I said before, as a gamer himself, this isn't just like, let's say fucking James Cameron, who doesn't play video games, decided to make a Titanic video game and it was a banger, right? J.K. Rowling, for example, who had very little involvement in Hogwarts Legacy, which, by the way, was a banger game. It's not like she sat and played games all the time. She's an author, right? She doesn't have time for that shit. But Carpenter's got some time. Right. So, and obviously now that he's probably more on the retired side, really, when it comes to filming. So it's just so good. The news is so good to have the original director being heavily and intimately involved in this upcoming game. Now, we did have 2 Halloween games planned. Obviously, this one that we're talking about now, which has not had any other information released yet. But then there was that Retro Realms game one. Same development company. I'm sorry, same publisher, but different stories. So that's just what we're kind of saying. Different stories. Same publisher of Boss Team Games. This is a completely separate Halloween title. This is not that 8-bit one that was paired up with Ash from Evil Dead. So just so you guys are aware, this is a completely different game. Okay. According to the official release, the games will allow players to relive moments from the film and play as classic characters from one of the most iconic and important horror films of all time. Okay. The 2 new games, which again, we already have one of them. So the new games are being developed in association with Compass International Pictures and Further Front, with the Unreal Engine 5 project still early in development. We do not have a game outside of Evil Dead, correct? I believe it's Unreal Engine 4. It could be, but I don't think we even have an Unreal Engine 5 game in the horror genre yet. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that this will be the flagship horror ASIM ? Horror single player title ? That's the next scenario that we don't know about yet. What type of video game is this going to be? We know it's going to be a horror, but is it going to be a single player campaign of Michael Myers, you know, going around in multiple neighborhoods and open world Michael Myers? Fuck, that would be insane. Or is it going to be asymmetrical, where we have Michael Myers versus, let's say, 4 survivors or 4 babysitters or whatever, or like 6 that you have to walk around and you know, in a town together. Like, this is going to be one of the most iconic horror games ever made because of the simple fact, once again, that Carpenter's involved, Unreal Engine 5, and 2025 graphics and 2025 storytelling. Again, this is going to be fucking huge, y'all. While Halloween is now more than 45 years old, there have been few video games based on the legendary slasher franchise. The closest the series has seen to an actual adaptation, 1983's Halloween on the Atari 2600, in which you play as a babysitter, presumably Laurie Strode, trying to find a safe room while being hunted by Michael Myers. Again, not a lot of Halloween video games out there. The Shape is also one of many villains to appear in Dead by Daylight, Behavior Interactive's popular multiplayer horror game. So we do know, obviously, about Michael Myers being in Dead by Daylight, but again, that's not your standard, typical Halloween game, right? That's just a horror ASIM. If this is strictly dedicated to Halloween, it's going to focus more on Michael. Boss Team Games, for its part, returns to the horror genre after previously working on Evil Dead the game. Okay, now this is where we kind of have that theory roasting in our head that it will be an asymmetrical horror game because Boss Team published and worked on Evil Dead the game with Saber Interactive. So we kind of have that scenario of like, yo, ASIM, Evil Dead, one of the greatest ASIM games ever made. They abandoned ship because Evil Dead just did not have the pull as far as it being, it's a huge franchise for us horror heads, man. But if you go down the street right now and find a random human being and ask them, hey, do you know who Michael Myers is? They're going to be like, the guy, the Halloween guy with the mask. And if you ask that same person, do you know who Ash Williams is? They're going to be like, who the fuck's Ash Williams? Unfortunately, Evil Dead, even though it is possibly the greatest horror franchise in the world, never had the pull that Halloween, Friday the 13th, all these other horror franchises, even The Conjuring is more popular than Evil Dead. And Evil Dead's way better than The Conjuring. So just letting you guys know, this is where this will be just a massive, massive part. Because we have Evil Dead, the game, as a backup for what Boss Team Games started on. So I'm awesome about it. Again, we'll skip on the review from here. And we'll move down to the last one. Everyone at Boss Team Games are huge fans of horror, and Halloween obviously holds a special place in the hearts of all horror fans, said Boss Team Games CEO Steve Harris. Getting to work with iconic characters like Michael Myers and build on John Carpenter's original vision is literally a dream come true. Do you see the excitement? Do you see the excitement, the passion here? This is really, really telling of what this development team is going to bring to the table, and I cannot fucking wait. Everyone at Boss Team is thrilled and honored to be working with Malek Akkad and John Carpenter to deliver a one-of-a-kind experience that fans of the movie and video games will love. Okay? We do not have a release date yet, but we do have a website that has officially spawned. So if you guys would like to pop on over to halloweengame.com, you have your official, literally nothing other than this page. And this is a good sign that we're getting the ball rolling. You can go ahead and subscribe to receive updates on the game by entering in your name and email. And then you have optional options of your phone number and your favorite game to subscribe. My assumption is anybody that signs up to receive updates might receive a beta code or an alpha code when it does become available. So I would 1000% at least get your email signed up on this website, because people that do the development teams like this love doing stuff. We got to have a big test, right? An alpha test or a beta test. And last time, this was easily the best way to do it, to get involved for like the Evil Dead, the game beta. So just so you guys are aware, this is the new website, halloweengame.com. Okay, check it out. Now, that is basically the news of the Halloween game that is coming out so far. We don't have much else. But again, it is going to be absolutely crazy, right? So let's get this popping off. Once again, thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the Halloween game in the future? Are you wanting it to be a single player, or are you wanting it to be ASIM? Let me know in the comment section. I would really like to get your guys' opinions. Would you rather have this be a single player title or an asymmetrical horror title? And of course, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and of course, turn on your notification bell. That way you guys get notified every time I go live here on YouTube, over on Twitch, and anytime I bring you brand new asymmetrical horror or horror news in general to the channel. We love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.